Alright, what is up guys, welcome back to another video. Now we have some new balance proposals, so I'm going to talk through all the balance proposals, give my opinions, and just use this because I have no other content to make, and I can't actually play the Mega Wars game because there's too many hoppers, so I will make Mega Wars content whilst actually avoiding playing the game. Haha. Now I'm actually really close to 1,000 subs, and I really want to get there, so please subscribe, and I will give away my resource pack folder when we hit 1,000 subs. If you don't watch this video, please go and check this thread out anyway, and go and comment on the thread, because the HPC have a tough job, because people complain when they get things wrong, but if people aren't there to share their input in the first place, then the HPC can't do anything. It's not their fault. So go and give your opinions on the thread. Anyway, the first proposal is that the skeleton energy is increased from 20 to 25. That changes it from a 4 hit ability to a 5 hit ability at max, and that also increases the energy it gets from half charged and 75% bow shots. So overall it just gets more energy. I think that's skeleton's pretty bad. I think that's fine. Yeah, that's a good buff. Zombie berserk duration is an increase from 5 to 7 seconds. Okay. 7 seconds of extra damage coming at you. If zombie has a diamond sword, maybe. Plus 80% damage for 70 seconds. Yeah, if you mess up, you might have just given the zombie your life. I don't know. Zombie does need a buff, and they're moving in the right direction with this. But I don't think you can just buff Berserk and say, hey, cool, zombie is now good. Yeah. But to be honest, the most interesting part of zombie is Berserk. It's that getting that speed 2 and that extra damage and just rampaging on people. So, although I don't currently know what the best route for zombie is, I'm happy they've acknowledged it needs a buff, and I'm happy they haven't just said, hey, we're going to give it an extra level of protection, or we'll make the resistance last half a second longer, or something like that. Berserk is the most interesting bit. I'm really happy they're going sort of in that direction. Okay, Creeper, blast protection 4 to 5. Yeah, that will help a lot for Prime TNT. Prime TNT is such a big part of Creeper, and it's very annoying how much damage it does. Blast protection 5 still means you do take damage though. I think you shouldn't take any damage at all from your own Prime TNT. But this is again a step in the right direction, so it's whatever. Enderman, teleport cooldown increased from 5 to 6 seconds. Okay, the biggest problem with Enderman is the energy, not the cooldown. As long as you have 100 energy, in that extra second, your enemy's not going to run 25 blocks away from you, so it will be okay. It's a very minor nerf. It's fine. Venom Strike cooldown increased from 5 seconds to 7 seconds. That's just lowering Spider's DPS. Spider still has insane DPS if you hit those max leaps, so I'm fine with that. Squid Rejuvenate cooldown increased again. It was kind of out of nowhere that it got decreased, and there was nothing wrong with it being decreased by 5 seconds. Squid sort of felt like it was in an okay place, and I do feel that with Squid it is being nerfed again because there is a high percentage of Squid players that are cheating, and by nerfing Rejuvenate it means these cheaters have less survivability. But I've played a lot of Squid recently, and I don't think there's any reason for it to go back up to 40 seconds. Where it currently is, it doesn't have the most damage. It might have some of the best survivability in the game, but it can't. It can't. Yeah, yeah. Okay, moving on. Cow. Bucket barrier resistance decreased from 50% to 40%. That's quite a small change, except for the fact bucket barrier is without doubt the best part of Cow. It's just insane. You can literally manipulate bucket barrier to win you so many 1v1s, and nerfing its best feature, I feel like that their reasoning is that Cow has too many advantages over Zombie, so nerfing this feature is almost I see how they're trying to split zombie and cow into a damage tank and a supportive tank, but I don't think that cow needs to get nerfed in order to separate it away from zombie. I just think zombie is very flawed. I think zombie needs a bit of a rework, which they're not willing to do right now. But I don't think cow needs to be nerfed because of zombie. I don't know, cow has a fair pick rate. Nerfing bucket barrier means that hoppers are going to have less survivability. It means that new players who go cow, they'll have less survivability. And it means that the very few people that's actually pick cow have, like, it doesn't have the best pick rate. I don't see why cow is getting nerfed, really. Dreadlord. Dreadlord is sort of just a bug fix, I think, making the skulls splash instead of direct hit. Blaze, again, they're making immolating burst splash. It's just about hit detection and making it feel more rewarding. They're also increasing the protection. That's kind of cool, actually. Prot 4 iron leggings, they're kind of getting scary. I don't know how big of a change that is percentage-wise, but Blaze needs survivability, and that's going to help because all that extra protection level gets hidden behind permanent regen from fossil fuels. So that's really cool. That's a good update. Golem. Golem will now resist 10% of all incoming true damage. And that is amazing. Like, as a golem, over time, that 10% is going to build up to a lot of damage you have resisted. Think of how many sources of true damage that are in the game. From the Herobrines and Dreadlords and Arcanists. They just melt people with true damage. And we now have a tank that is purposely made to sort of counter this true damage. It's a good idea, it really is. It's going to make Golem even better than it already is. Werewolf, the burst heal cap and the burst damage is decreased. Decreasing the heal cap is okay, because it's very rare to actually hit that heal cap, because you have to hit like a good amount of people to hit that heal cap. I can't remember what it is. It's like 5 people, 6 people maybe. I don't actually remember. So that's okay, that's fine. But then decreasing the damage it does per enemy as well, I don't think you need both. I think that is again being balanced around cheaters, because I don't see many legit werewolves pulling off these insane moments that cheaters do, because it is hard to hit so many unique people. You have to have faster CPS than I do. I click 3 CPS, and you have to like sort of twitch your mouse about so that you can purposely hit multiple enemies. It's really hard to do as a legit player. So I don't think you should be saying, hey, because you can do this skillful thing, we're gonna make it worse for you. Like, I think that should be rewarded. Yeah, maybe one of them should be done. The healing cap, okay. Don't change the damage. Phoenix, it's Spirit Bond is like the ability you go to. You don't use Sunray really anymore, so giving it another buff is okay, but it doesn't help Sunray. Yeah. Master Alchemy, 15 seconds down to 12 seconds. Okay, more regen for Assassin. That's quite nice. Yeah, because the regen is quite strong. It's regen 3 for 5 seconds, I think. It's nice. I like it. I like the changes that are happening for Assassin. They're all quite small, but over time it will build up to a stronger Assassin. Renegade, arrow timer increase from 45 to 60. I don't know if that's like everything that needs to happen to Renegade, but again, it's a step in the right direction. Extra 15 seconds for you to go and ren someone. You can get a lot of arrows in someone in 15 seconds, so that's a good update. Loads happening to Snowman. Improved hit detection for Ice Bolt. Cool. Ice Bolt slowness increased from 2 seconds to 4 seconds, doubling the slowness too. Cool. Potions are no longer 6 hearts and 2 temp, they're 8 hearts. And speed now gives you absorption 1 as well, an extra 2 hearts when you drink a speed potion. That is all really good stuff. Extra survivability, better offensive moves. I think Snowman is listed as a damage class, because Ice Bolt does 6 damage if you hit all 3. But it's not easy to hit all 3, so yeah, better hit detection means it will be easier to hit all 3, and slowness too. It's good. It's really good. I'm gonna try Snowman out again when this balance drops because I really do think Snowman is getting to a place where it's actually viable. It's not there yet, but it's going in the right direction. And then finally, Auto. Quite a bit changing with Auto. Less energy when hit. That's quite a drop, the extra 2.5 energy, because you get most of your energy from being hit by loads of people. I don't know if it needs to be dropped that much. Maybe like 6 energy when hit. And then you give your team less energy. You take less energy from your enemies. Those two are just to balance out the fact that the cooldown is reduced from 6 to 4 seconds, so you can now stack abilities. Really cool stuff. It was asked for a lot, at least by me. I like the idea of stacking abilities. So the 3 middle changes are sort of just a little bit of a rework, whereas the energy when hit nerf, that is a nerf. Quite a big nerf, along with the fact that power storage now is 50% harder to get. You need to absorb 45 energy just to deal 1 damage. That feels less rewarding. 30 energy, like, you don't rely on power storage as an auto, it's just a nice little bonus feature you have. 45 energy though, it's a lot. I don't think they need to make both of these changes in one go. I think just nerfing the energy when hit by so much, nerfing it to 2/3 what it was, that's enough. It's in the right direction. Auto is a bit too strong at the moment, even though its play rate isn't like through the roof. It is a bit too strong. It does need a nerf, so I suppose that's good. That's okay. Anyway, that is all the balances. There aren't too many massive changes. It's just sort of tweaking the stuff from Phase 2. Good stuff. It's good to see this thread come out so quick, like a week after Phase 2's dropped. We love balances because we're not getting any new content anytime soon, so anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. Share your views down below if you think anything is going to be overpowered, underpowered, not getting changed enough, if you think anything I said was wrong. And I'll see you in the next video.